Yeah.
Is there any impatience in the guys right now?
I don't sense any from them from that standpoint. You feel it when the game's over Saturday night. When it's a hard-fought game and you don't get the result that you want, you feel it in the locker room. You feel it on the plane. And we had a day off yesterday, which was important to be able to get a day off after the travel that we've had. More so after the games. To this point, the team has always come back in the right frame of mind and working and wanting to do the right things to get ready for our next opponent. So to this point, Jeremiah, I think we're still in good shape there.
Over the last 10 games, it has been win, lose, win, lose. Is there any coincidence to that? It's just.
Is that a trick question?
No.
I thought maybe you already had the answer in your mind, and
You're on.
I don't know.
So the next one's supposed to be a W.
Yeah, well, as you know, we hope it is. I don't know, Gary. I don't know that. I don't know. We would like it to stop going back and forth, right? I mean, that's. And we've got. I would tell you this: there's some good and bad of that. With the number of road and neutral games we've played, to be going back and forth and not have consecutive losses, there's a lot of good in that with the schedule that we've had, and I think that's a real positive. We've just got to get, as we've talked about here today again, and we're getting there. We've got to be more consistent. If we're a little more consistent with a couple things at the defensive end and in rebounding, I think they wouldn't have gone, but we would have had 3 in a row or 4 in a row in the right column. So, let's hope we get one tomorrow and we get home on Wednesday and get our home game coming up Saturday.
What else about Missouri State as you've studied them? What do you know about Paul's team this year?
They a couple injuries again. Austin Reuter and Dorian Williams, guys that have been regulars for him. Reuter, I think, is out for the year with a hip injury. Williams could be back for our game Wednesday. I think his was a hamstring. Didn't play in their last game against Evansville, but so a little bit of injury stuff with the older guys. And the freshmen that they're playing, Church is starting for them at either the 4 or the 5. And is a good-looking freshman. They've got a new junior college guard. They've got another freshman guard that started the other night. So some new guys that are playing well for them. They've changed their defenses a lot. They've played a little bit of man-to-man, but they've played a lot of zone. And they've played some different zones. So that could be very different. That had Evansville, really on their heels for the better part of 30 minutes. Evansville had a hard time getting their offense going because Missouri State kept changing their defenses, and so we could see a lot of that Wednesday. We've seen a lot of zone, but we haven't seen the changing zones that we could see Wednesday. But as he's always done, he's battled some injuries in his time there and some other things. But the one thing about him and the one thing about his guys is they are going to compete. That's the way he's built. So they're going to play extremely hard, and they've played well enough. Evansville's a team that's supposed to, and it looks like they're going to finish in the top 4 in the league. And that game was tied. Missouri State had the lead more than they didn't in the first 30 minutes of that game. So they're going to play very hard.
You're not a guy who tinkers with his lineup very much, but he's played a lot in the last couple games, and with Wade Bennett is still working towards. Is there any chance that Clint moves in the starting lineup at all?
Not at this point, Jeremiah. No, Bennett will start again on Wednesday, and really liked how he played against Bradley. That was a good game for him, coming off a couple tough ones. He bounced back and aggressive and made some good plays for us. In the game on Saturday, he got 2 offensive rebounds early, one to put back and one to put back dunk, and then ran into Paul and ended up having to go out when he got hit the back of Paul's head and had to go out for injury and didn't quite get back going again, but was really aggressive early in the game at the offensive end. So I don't know. I think he's, after a tough stretch in Hawaii, Jeremiah, I think he's coming back here a little bit. So yeah, he'll stay in the starting lineup.
I feel like his nose get hurt. Was that why there was blood all over?